Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Um, Welcome to the Oaken. And just give me a minute. Listen to this instrumental here while I get things ready. All right, everyone. Shalom, shalom. Um, Hit that like button on the way in. Glad to have you in here listening, Brother Lawrence. But as the title states, yeah, I'm not taking the high road. Um, Today, we'll be using the story of Jesus and how he exposed the Pharisees to illustrate how you shouldn't be taking the high road because it'll hurt feelings or expose corrupt people. Because these are individuals you can't work with and should be cut off from you. So we'll be using Matthew chapter 23 verses 1 through 12 to show this. Give everyone time to kind of turn there. Candace Lupus, good to have you in here. Um, all right, starting with verse 1. Then Jesus spoke to the crowds and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and Pharisees have seated themselves in Moses' chair. of authority as teachers of the law. So practice and observe everything that they tell you, but do not do as they do, for they preach things, but do not practice them. The scribes and the Pharisees tie up heavy loads that are hard to bear and place them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not lift a finger to make them lighter. It's going to illustrate here how the load that they place upon the men to bear, the Pharisees themselves will not do any of this. That's what he's talking about. They will not lift a finger. I mean, they won't do anything to help to make it lighter. They do all their deeds to be seen by men, for they make their phylacteries tefillin wide to make them more conspicuous and make their tassels long. Basically, he's talking about, everything they do for people to see. That way they can receive some type of praise and adornment from others to make themselves look more important or better than others. That's what he's talking about. They love the place of distinction and honor at feasts and the best seats in the synagogues, those on the platform near the scrolls of the law, facing the congregation. Salute, Blaze. Salute to you. So here he's talking about how they place themselves as a distinction of honor. It's like here when you have so many people that talk about, they're basically better than you, and you you can't do what I can do, special niggas. And so moving on to 7, and to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and public forums, and to have people call them rabbi. But do not be called rabbi or teacher, for one is your teacher, and you are all equally brothers. That's another thing to point out here, where we see in this place, and we see as well as in the church, where you have people placing themselves up on pedestals and make distancing themselves to be seen as above you. They don't want to be known. They don't want to be on the same level as you as a brother. They want to place themselves above you and be better than you. We see that here all the time as well. But he was saying here, you only have one teacher, and we're all brothers. Saying that we're brothers, and what we're supposed to do is pass information that is helpful to each of us as brothers, not as a teacher who is better than the other, but we're passing information to each other to make each other better as brothers, not coming from a place of that I'm better than you. Do not call anyone on earth who guides you spiritually your father, for one is your Father, he who is in heaven. Do not let yourselves be called leaders or teachers, for one is your leader, your teacher, the Christ. But the greatest among you will be your servant. Whoever exalts himself shall be humbled, and whoever humbles himself shall be raised to honor. So it's talking here about how you got so many people trying to exalt themselves to be more special than the next, to make themselves seem like they're better than someone else because they want that spotlight. They want that adoration from people. But it says here that the people, individuals who do things not because they're seeking adoration from others, they're seeking to be lifted up to a higher station, but they pass along information and that they've been taught, useful information that you can apply to your everyday lives. But they're passing it on to you as a brother for your benefit, not because they're trying to make themselves appear or seem to be better than you, but they're doing it on the level with you. Those are the people who will be raised in honor in the end anyway, who aren't trying to be boastful and make themselves seem better than someone else. I mean, we usually see most of the time these people are full of shit. And they're not better than anything at all. So whenever you always see people talking about taking the high road. Um, you should be taking the high road with someone. Um, it just goes to show here that no, you should be calling these people out for their actions, just as Jesus did. And even though maybe what they're saying you should be doing is correct, but you should also be pointing out, don't do with these people over here. Yeah, they're making themselves seem like they're so great and high and mighty, but everything that they do, as MOT talks about, their track record shows otherwise. Their track record shows that they're no better than anyone, and most of the time, a lot of the times, they actually end up being less. But I wanted to keep this this study short for today. I'll be going into this more again. I think it's a good learning tool for all of us to show how we shouldn't take the high road, how we should expose these fake people. That way we can get them out of our midst. The people who claim to be as us, they claim to be in our inner circle. These are the people that we should be exposing. The people that aren't in, we don't have to worry about them as much. But the people who claim to be a part of us and in our midst, those are the people that we need to expose and show whenever to call out their bullshit when the track record shows that they are not who they claim to be. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'll be starting the barbershop talk here in about 5 or 6 minutes or so. Just stay tuned for that. Hold on, let me find that link. I can post it here in the chat. Let's see. Give me a minute, fellas. I ain't usually I have Lawrence in here doing it with me, but he's busy right now. But well, he done it everywhere. He done it anyway. I appreciate it. I didn't expect you to do it. I know you're busy right now, but I appreciate that as always. But yeah, you can just hit that link and come over to the barbershop talk, and hopefully we'll get some people in there to talk about it, and we'll go from there. That's all I got for y'all. Appreciate you. Peace.